Hey guys, I bet you haven't seen this face in a very long time. It's so weird. This morning, I woke up like any other morning, and for the very first time, I felt some type of desire, I guess, to set my camera up and to just talk. So I was like, Morgan, like, you need to keep this going. Like, go get in the shower, get yourself together, and set up your camera and just do it. And honestly, I haven't felt like that feeling or this feeling in a very, very long time. The last time I talked to you guys was, the last time I actually sat in front of a camera to talk was well over a month ago. If this is your first time here on my channel or seeing my face, I've shared to my audience that, now, over a month ago, I lost my father. Okay. And I shared that because, one is kind of a given. I put myself up on this platform to share my life with you guys, and since that was such a major, major turning point, like, in my life, it was something that I chose and was willing to open up about. And two, like, I just didn't want to take a hiatus, which I had every right to, without saying anything. At that moment, when I decided to share that with you guys, it was like an outlet. It was a way for me to begin processing this new, I guess, normal, or this new kind of life for me now. It took me out of that kind of, I would say, limbo stage of like reality and a dream state. Because when you hear news like your father has passed, you're like, what? It doesn't feel real, like, whatsoever. So saying it and sharing it helped me in a major, major way, because it kind of let me just sit in it and really feel and accept like what has happened. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your love and prayers and positive energy that you guys sent, not only on that video, but I'm getting emotional. Oh my God. Like, on my Instagram, I received emails. Like, I really was just soaking in just all of you guys' love from me all across the world. And I just want to say thank you. Woo! Yeah, thank you so much. Even though I didn't respond directly or individually to you guys, I read them all. And when I say they've helped me so much, just hearing, like, we're here for you. Take as long as you need to. Do what you gotta do. I'm praying for you. I love you. I've shared you guys' messages with my family, and it's even helped them to know that, complete strangers, like my internet friends, care so much about my well-being and, my family's well-being and what we're going through right now. So I also want to take a moment to just say thank you. Thank you. So like I said, it's been a month. Over a month, actually, now, since I last spoken to you guys, and since I've lost my father. This past month, I really don't know what to say about it. And I've learned to accept that it's okay not to have the right words at all times about this whole thing. It's completely normal. I found myself at the beginning of this trying to have the right emotions or the right words or the right feelings towards this, and it's like, you don't have to. Like, you're not supposed to. Nobody expects you to. But I think I just set that expectation up for myself, and it was so overwhelming. Like, I definitely think that did me more harm than good in my healing. But yes, so over this past month, I have been home in Chicago. It was a good feeling. I remember when I first found out about everything. I was on my way actually from Chicago, which I believe I shared with you guys, to come back to Philadelphia. And immediately I was like, I don't want to go home. Like, I did not want to go home. And I think, again, speaking to that reality and dream state that I was stuck in, going home meant accepting this, really getting hit hard by this new reality, and I just was not mentally, physically, emotionally prepared for it whatsoever. So I stayed in Philly for a little bit, and then just a couple days, actually, not even a couple, probably 2 more days, and then I flew home to Chicago. So since then I was in Chicago with my family, which was really good. It was really, really good. Initially it was hard, obviously, just being home and not seeing them when I'm waking up and going downstairs. It was very eerie even. It was very uncomfortable. The energy was off. But I would say after our services, the energy totally changed. It was more of I was more at peace, even being at home. Because again, in comparison, I was like, I don't want to be home. I didn't want to be home alone. I wouldn't walk into my parents' room. It was just a lot. But after, definitely after services, it was so crazy. I just instantly was like, wow, I had my first sigh of relief. I feel at peace. And felt that way throughout my time at home, just adjusting with my family, of not having my dad there. So that felt good. It felt really good. But I reached a point, probably I would say 4 weeks after being home, okay, even though I'm at peace, I feel at peace, I really don't know what I'm feeling as far as other emotions, but I know that for sure I feel stuck here for some reason. It was very comforting to be close to my mom and my sister and my grandparents and all of my family, but I just felt that at home I was stuck in limbo. And what I mean by that is that I didn't feel much of anything at home. Again, I had no thoughts, no emotions, no desires, no wants. Literally everything was just because it had to be. I knew I had to wake up in the morning. I knew that I had to brush my teeth. I knew I had to shower. I knew I had to eat. It was things that I just had to do, not necessarily I wanted to. Okay, not trying to say I'm dirty and don't brush my teeth, but I was just going through the motions of the day. And I was able to recognize that, acknowledge that, something's not right. And I don't know how healthy it was for me, just emotionally and mentally, to just be stuck, in that, up until, I had to go back to school. Because I did decide that I was going to go back to school in August. It's my last year, and just finish up. So I was okay, I decided that I was I'm gonna go back to Philadelphia and just try to figure out this new normal and figure out, like, get back into the swing of things. Like, try to get back into your daily, try to get back into being a creative, you know, get back into something. So I like booked a ticket and flew back to the East Coast. And all those expectations of what I thought, you know, being back in Philadelphia was going to be was the total opposite. The first day or so, you know, it's kind of like, oh, like I'm home, haven't been here in a while. Let me just adjust a little bit. So I just kind of spent the day just relaxing. Like I didn't want to jump into things like just too soon. But then the next day passed and I felt myself like having no urgency or just not wanting to get out the bed. And then it turned into not wanting to get out the bed to just like, I was literally in the bed all day to, wow, like I didn't even eat today, to the next day having the same feeling, to the next day having the same feeling. I went days was just wanting to just be in the bed and just sleep. And I was like, well, you know, why do I feel this way? Like, I was supposed to come back home, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be like getting back to Morgan, getting back to myself. And that didn't happen. If anything, I felt or feel, speaking to my current state, being here, depressed. I never said that out loud. Never in my life have I dealt with depression. Maybe a little bit of anxiety, but I had to ask myself the other day, like, am I depressed? And it took me to actually like tell myself, or really ask myself, to be like maybe so. Then I start questioning, like, is this how I'm supposed to feel? Like, am I supposed to feel this way? Is this an emotion like you go through? And just lost it. At that point, I lost it. And that was the first breakdown I've had since maybe my dad's services. Like, I have not broke down since then. And it was that point when I had to tell myself, like, Morgan, it's okay. It's okay. Not even just right now, like in this moment, but it's just okay for you not to be okay right now. That was so hard. Like, it was so hard for me to just accept. I felt like I didn't whatsoever. I didn't give myself enough time or enough acknowledgement to realize that emotionally you're not okay, mentally you're not okay, but that's okay. You know, right now it's okay, but in order for you to heal and to move forward, you have to accept that. And I wasn't processing that whatsoever. Like, I just figured being here, like in Philly, and trying to kind of get back into the swing of things could almost erase like everything that I've like gone through. I found myself like while being here after I left Chicago, even maybe during the time I was still home in Chicago with my family, I felt myself like suppressing everything. And not to say that I'm in any way in denial about my dad, but I was trying to suppress my emotions and my feelings and my thoughts to the point where, like, I just wouldn't think about him. And if I didn't think about him, then they didn't exist. And then that meant I could be okay. But I'm not. So I made the decision to go back home. This time, like, I want to be home. So a question that I've been getting asked a lot is, you know, Morgan, are you leaving YouTube? So the answer is no, I will not be leaving YouTube. Yeah, no. And that's because I joined this platform because I wanted a space to share me and to share my life. And I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I've decided that this is a journey, this is a process that I want to share with you guys. I realize that I'm not the only one, especially at my age, going through like this major pivotal moment like in their life, and I want to take you guys with me through that. I feel like it could help so many people. It's also helpful for me because I like talking about it. Talking for me is healing. Yeah, things will be different, but a good different. So I really hope you guys will join this journey with me and continue to be supportive and be there and send your love, send your light, because I still do need it. Yeah. That's all. That's all I feel like I have in me today. No, I'm kidding. This feels good. This feels so good. And the first time in a while, I feel like a sigh of relief. So I love you guys so much, so much, so much. And I will see you soon.